Hey everybody, AZ Badfish here. Welcome back to the Lionheart server. So, today we are going to be meeting up with Vidargavia, who's going to come and help us with the base. And the eagle-eyed among you might already be able to notice the difference. That's right, I'm recording this intro after the fact. So, let's just get right to it, shall we?
So, AC Badfish,
Vidargavia.
how do you do?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, man. You've contacted my business about this place.
Indeed, I have. It's not really coming along as fast as I'd like, and I'm kind of ready to move on to other things. But I'm a completionist, sort of, and I really want to finish this before I start on another big project.
Okay, yeah. Or you want to get it to some sort of state that you're happy with anyway, right?
Right.
Because builds aren't really finished ever. Maybe. I don't know.
That's true.
So I gotta ask though, what's with the hole here?
Well, if there's a sign, I don't know if maybe you can't read English because you're Swedish.
Yeah, I mean I am Swedish. I can read it fine, but I don't understand. How is this an elytra launcher?
Well, when you've got an elytra on and you're on a ladder, if you hit space, you start falling.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it works. If I had my rockets ready, you just hit space. Well, and you gotta be looking straight up, though.
I gotta try this thing. So you hit space.
Yep.
Oh, ow. Well, I've just checked the walls. The construction is solid.
yeah. These purple blocks aren't to be messed around with, I suppose.
No, they're not. So okay, so that I like this because I'm having problems with my elytra for sure.
Yeah, I sometimes the server's nice to me. Most of the times, it's not.
Yeah. No, it's all Nina's fault, man.
Yeah, totally. All her crazy redstone contraptions all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Ike's village.
No, not at all.
I think he has amassed more redstone there than anybody I've ever seen. To be honest. Anyway, so it's not coming along. So what is it you want to do with it? What's the functions you want to have in this place?
Well, and that is part of the problem. See, I'm used to kind of a play style where, I don't do a whole lot of like actual building. I do more of like farms and stuff. And since we kind of started late on the server, most of that stuff's already been done. And plus, we're going to be doing our farms, I guess, in the shared space. So there's not really much of a function to this other than to look cool.
Aha. Okay. So and are you happy with what you got so far?
I think so. You mentioned in your last video that you weren't a big fan of the spruce.
Yeah.
I am not that big of a fan of the spruce either, but we tried all the other types of wood, and this was the one that looked the best. It's really hard to match up with the purple. I suppose I could have done more birch, but I'm using it in the floors, and I didn't want to also use it in the roofs and stuff.
No, it doesn't have to be wood, of course, but then you're limiting yourself to rather a few blocks that have slabs and stairs, right?
Right.
But okay, so that's one thing. So what do you think of the walls and stuff like that? Because, see, the reason I'm asking is, if I had built this, which, by the way, I think it looks awesome, because I would never have had the idea to build out of this block. Not something this massive. It's just really cool. And when you said about it first, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna look ridiculous. But actually, because it's so big, it doesn't. It just, when you're standing around down there, it just looks like it should do. Because you realize, okay, this is a shell keep. I'm in the middle, and yeah,
Right.
You don't even think about the fact that it's purple.
Yeah, I like it. My original plan, and you're one of the few people who actually saw screenshots of my creative thing that I had been working on since before we even joined this server. And
Yeah,
the original design was square, and all
yeah,
of the walls were like 4 thick, and I managed to only get that in the entranceway. So
yeah.
I always planned on making the walls a bit thicker so I could maybe do some sort of thing
Depth
with
thing.
them. Yeah. But then I saw your video about building
Yeah.
shell keeps, and I was like, I could do that. If I could make it a little bit bigger, and then we could see what we could do with it. And it turns out that's going to be pretty hard to do, I think. So I guess
Well,
I'm not. I like them okay. I of course I had originally planned on doing some variation and stuff with maybe some pillar blocks and whatnot, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't really know.
So you could put pillar blocks on the. You don't even have to do variation, but what you could do is you could put pillar blocks like supports. I don't have any,
Yeah.
so I'm using a different block, right? But
Right.
yeah, so like here, here, and so on. They can even be taller, of course.
Right.
Man. I can't build. Yeah, and then you have to have one here on the diagonal because of the circle. So that's one thing we can do. Yeah. And that'll give it a little bit more depth. And then you get to use the shiny pillar blocks as well.
Yeah.
Because they're really cool.
I like them.
So, do you have any stairs, by the way, on your person?
Not on me, but all of my stuff is pretty much over here. In one of these boxes. I don't know if I have stairs left, but
I do. Yeah, no worries. I'm just gonna grab a couple of blocks here.
yeah.
So, of course, another thing you can do is you can mess it up, not with texture, but with holes in it. So, like, okay, some stuff has fallen out.
All right, I like it.
That might be a thing. And then also this pillar block is really cool because it's not only a pillar block, it's also a different.
Yeah, with the directions, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that looks really good. That is something you should use, I think. I think we should use that because that really stands out. That's really unique for this purple block as well. Purple block.
That's one of the things that I had done in my creative testing thing.
Yeah, I know, yeah. The only problem is it's hard work because the walls are tall and you have to make scaffolding and all that sort of stuff. So it's easy to not do it. But look at that. You can see that block from far, far away. I mean, I can easily spot it from over here. Suddenly there's an interest in the wall. Not that maybe it belongs right in that position, but you see what I mean, though?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Then I think you mentioned as well you wanted... So I think that's... If we do those things, 3 things, basically. Supports, maybe mess it up a bit. I don't know how you feel about that. We don't have to do that. But
maybe a little bit. Not too much of the stairs, but yeah, I do like it.
And then try and maybe make some sort of thing with the pillar block on the sides as well. On its side, right? Then I think we got the outside covered. But then I think you said something about wanting to do something on the inside as well. Maybe just divide it up or something.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what to do in here.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. I'm really not sure what to do in here. It's just a big space. I had originally thought, that I could add, as I said, maybe another layer to either side of the wall to play with some depth. But then I went ahead and built these towers in, and I don't know if that would look very good. With these things coming out the side, it might be okay. I don't know.
So you mentioned my shell keep video before, and one of the things that I often do, because I often build things without a purpose, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a farm or anything like that. It's just there because it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Is you have to think about the purpose of the building. Like you have to come up with a fictitious purpose. So for the shopkeep, it's for my shopkeep anyway. It was that it was supposed to be like a very defendable place. So I built all these defensive mechanisms into the entrance, and where you lived was raised up. So they lived like up here, so that when you came in, everybody was above you. So if you come in here in the center, then everybody is above you, so they can shoot arrows at you, basically, and things like that. So that's how I do it. I sort of visualize myself, living there or whatever, and what would I like to have out of it if I had been a person that actually lived there. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
And so you could see this as the same sort of thing. You could make it a defensible structure. And if you do that, you need to have some sort of divider here. And then you need to have walls here. Because what happens then is that the attackers come in and they get split up between this section and this section. And the only way to go is to go into the courtyard, right? Because that's where you have all your arrow guys around here shooting down at them. Right? And then from the courtyard, you can go up and into the actual living quarters and so on. Man, I hate my cough. I'm creating cuts for us here. It's not good. Let me just get rid of my throat and get a new one.
If only it were that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily that I want it to be like a super defensible structure. I mean, the only person on the server I'm really worried about is Nina. So, if she's just going to be by herself, if she wants to.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to divide herself into two just because you have a divider in the middle here. Now, that's true, that. Although she seems to be really tight with Black Smoke lately, so maybe.
Oh, yeah. Especially since you're helping me out, they might try to come sabotage us.
Yeah, but he's a ninja, so he's going to climb over the walls anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you want to make it into like a palace type thing, where you have like these grandiose rooms with paint ends and stuff like that. The important what I'm trying to get to anyway is that somehow you're gonna have to divide this massive space into subspaces, right? You're gonna have to make rooms out of it. It can't just be like a whole big open thing. So one way to do it is to like come up with a division that you like, so that the rooms feel good. So that the rooms feel good, and then sort of have one theme for every room. That could be a cool thing.
Yeah. Then I would need to come up with so many different themes.
Yeah. But you know what you can do? You can invite people over to build a room for you, or to decorate a room.
Yeah. That could be something.
Another thing to think about is that this whole thing is way too flat. I think it's too big to not have any elevation changes. So, I mean, you can say just, okay, so let's assume that we have a wall here. Now we have a wall here. Yeah. So let's say that you say, well, okay, this is going to be up one step. Just doing that creates interest. And then you have, and then you can say, well, this is going to go down one level, or, well, whatever, or it's going to go up 2 levels. Or over here, where we have another division, right in the center of the place. If I can find the center. We have a diagonal wall here. This place is going to be up yet another level or something like that. So it goes 2 up here. Then the only problem with that is you're gonna have to rebuild maybe your tower entrances and move them up a little bit. Or you can have it go down again here, of course. So,
Yeah, I kind of like these. I built these on stream, and some people were helping me out, so I kind of want to leave them.
Oh yeah, I do like them too. I think they are, and also I happen to think that the combination of the purple and the brick really works. I think the prettiest thing in this whole build is the towers, the outside of the towers, where you have the line of normal brick going up, because that contrast is really, really good.
Yeah, Ike helped me figure that out.
There you go. Yeah, he likes his stone bricks.
Me too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, but we have some ideas here, right? So
Yeah,
we have
I
something
think so.
to start working on, don't we?
Yeah.
Cool.
He had to go AFK, so he pillared up, and then I broke out the pillar underneath him. I guess we'll see what happens when he comes back, eh?
Hello?
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you. Hey, I like it.
Yeah, I was
Thank you.
I was oh, you didn't even notice. I was hoping to get more of a scream. I mean, Nina did that, not me.
Of course you did, yeah. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Let's go for that.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I was just messing around with stuff while you were gone.
Okay, AC. We have some progress here. We've been quite busy, actually.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's looking way better than it did, I think.
I'm glad you like it. So what have we done here? We've added these supports, which is basically the pillars, and then with some funny lights up top, or these chiseled thingamajiggies.
Stone
Whatever
bricks,
they're called. Oh, that's it, yeah. Thank you. So that's what we've done there, and then we've added these little window seals with windows in the towers, in the tower and above all the entrances, to get a bit of natural light in the place. And then up top here we added the crenellation, which basically mirrors the pillars and with some walls. So the adding of the gray here is what I think really makes this now pop, because that makes the purple even more purple. You really notice it because there's another color as well. Well, there's another block. Well, gray isn't a color thing. You know what I mean. You know.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we've done on the outside, right? And then on the yeah. Oh yeah, we fixed the arches here as well with some blocks, some pillar blocks on the side.
All right. Added a bit of variation and whatnot.
Yep, that's it. And then on the inside, we've done this. So it's not finished, right? But we've done sort of from the entrance, we've done 2 rooms, one to the left and one to the right of the entrance.
Yeah. This one is less finished than the other one.
yeah, it is. Yeah, let's go to the other one. Let me show that off instead. So first of all, we realized that we had more space in here to make the walls thicker, so you can have more depth in the wall. So we did that with these sort of pillar type things, and they have some nice lights in them as well. And then this room has like a standard wall there and a diagonal wall here, basically.
Right.
And yeah, and then the walls looked a bit boring, so we added some alcoves in them. You say that you think of them as shelves. I think of them as those little niches that you can bury people in. Like a small sarcophagus.
Yeah. I don't know how we could. I wish we could fit something in there like that.
I know, yeah. I wish you could have like a skeleton in there or something like that. That would be cool.
Because it's on 2 different blocks. I don't even think we could put a skeleton skull in there. That would be something.
No, you can't. That's a shame. Yeah, and we added some windows here as well. Tiny little things, just with stairs. And I did some attempts at decoration as well, just to give you some ideas really about things. So we added a little chandelier table over here, and a table, and then this is where AC is going to keep his all his armor on armor stands. We've decided,
Yeah.
or I've decided.
Yeah, well, it's a good idea, so we'll go with it.
There you go. So this room actually is finished in the sense that it's lit up as well with things that aren't torches, which is quite nice. So this, I like the end rods because they look like candles.
Yeah.
If you got some imagination, so that's what I would try and use, and then you can add ceiling lights as well because the ceiling height here is really nice.
Yeah, I really like this chandelier, by the way. I don't know if I told you that when you built it, but how it's like on two different levels.
Yeah, it's super simple. Chandeliers you can do tons with, really, but this is just iron bars and the end rods.
Oh yeah.
But you can have multiple variations of them. They don't all have to look the same. I think I've said that to you like a million times today. Not every room has to look the same and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical.
Right. at least 500,000. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, and we have of course the height variation as well, which I think really is really nice.
Yeah, that really makes it for me.
Yeah, and then these stairs that goes down again, they are really pointy and aggressive stairs. I like them too. It's like you walk on here and you think you're gonna hit your foot in something.
Right. Yeah, it'd be a painful toe jab.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I think the idea is for you to continue on here later on a stream or something like that, and basically
I'll probably,
replicating.
Yeah, what you said, replicating. I'll probably do it on a stream after this video comes out sometime.
Yeah, that's cool. And then you have some ideas for the inner yard here, and then we have these two really big rooms left, don't we? But we might return to that later, maybe, or you might have some ideas yourself about what you want to do here, because they will be excellent as storage rooms and stuff like that, where you need more space, maybe.
Yeah, I am kind of hoping to have it a more traditional storage room, maybe like underneath somewhere. Like I do remember we have to find a place for there's going to be an entrance to an underground dungeon, so maybe on the opposite corner could be like an underground storage room, probably.
Yeah, that's good. Why do you need a dungeon?
Well, it's a castle, you know. Plus we got bullies on this server, like Nina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a bully. Oh, ow. Sorry, man. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy. I hope you're happy too, man.
Yes. Thanks a lot. This is a big help. It's pointed me in the right direction, and I can definitely do some more stuff here. Hopefully, get this at least semi-finished coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. See you later, man.
All right. See ya. So yeah, everybody, I think this is looking a lot better now than it was before. I feel a lot better about the build. I've got a little bit more direction, and I'm really thankful that V was able to come and help us out with that. So hopefully you guys liked the build too. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Tons of links in the description. Got all the other Lionheart members down there, along with like my Mixer, my Twitter, my Discord. All that good stuff is down there as well. Make sure you go check all that stuff out. And yeah, make sure for sure you follow me on Mixer, because as we might have mentioned earlier in this video, definitely going to be completing some of this work on stream. So make sure you follow in so you don't miss it. All right, guys, this is AZ Badfish signing out. Till next time, see you later. Bye-bye.